Lobbycast. I like that.
We're recording in a van down by the river.
I will probably edit that out.
Yeah, well, with me constant have fun.
Quote Brad Pitt, what is in the box?
Am I the only one that's impressed that Brendan Fraser still gets work?
It's 317 on 318. Have at it.
So is that me? Oh, that's me.
Sure.
Oh. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. As it was so succinctly put to me, I'm going to screw this up here now. But welcome to the Lobbycast. This is episode number 317. On today, 318. I think I got that right. Fantastic. With me as always, sometimes, 60% of the time or 100% here, is 60% of the time works every time. That's right. So I'm Will. Of course, we have my lovely wife, Erin. We have my not-so-lovely wife, Brick.
It's true. Polygamy is legal in Colorado.
Correct.
And so is gay marriage, apparently.
Also, yes. And not related to me one way or the other is Geoff Olson. So welcome. Good evening.
Howdy.
For those of you new to the show, we do like to start things off with some news.
We do.
Geoff, what do you got?
What do you got?
What do I got? I don't got a lot. I got a story about killer crocs eating people down in Zimbabwe. It's about all I got. It has absolutely nothing to do with anything we usually ever talk about on the show, but, you know. Anytime people get ate by wild animals, it's usually a good day.
Okay. Excellent.
That's what I got. I'm a fount of knowledge tonight. Jason Momoa's pictures have been released as the new Aquaman. And apparently he's also ignited a DC versus Marvel debate once more, bringing the feud between the two comic book houses into the light. Apparently he scribbled a note onto a fan's poster, something along the lines of F Marvel. And yeah, feuding commences, feuding intensifies. So
nice.
Yeah.
Good for him.
You know, I read both of these companies.
Yes.
And you know how much I care about this feud?
Not at all.
About as much as I care about Aquaman.
So, nice.
Wow.
Well, you'll be pleased to know that he's getting a standalone movie. After being in the new Ben Affleck Batman versus Superman thing.
Great.
And I think in another movie after that.
Yeah, he'll be in the Justice League movie.
Yeah, Justice League.
Is that your excited face, Brick?
Does that make you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've got good things to come from the DC movies.
Yeah. And, you know.
I mean, really, if
the man who talks to fish.
If you don't even have to be a comic book fan, but if you're a superhero fan, you've got lots to look forward to. Lots of Marvel, lots of DC on both the big screen and the small screen. So I really just don't think superhero fans can go wrong these days.
Unless they're watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., then they can go horribly wrong.
Yeah, that's true. But some people like the camp.
Well, you know, it's not the camp that got me. I like camp.
Oh, I know.
It's the horribleness of the show that got me.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, I mean, I was a fan. That was one thing I did like about it.
I've been told that it got better, but I don't believe that that's accurate, so I'm not going to
believe them, in fact.
No.
I've been told the same thing, and it's really hard for me to believe that too.
Right. And I mean, because in most cases, I would say, well, you know what? Maybe I'll go back and take a look. No, I've got better television to watch. I really do.
Yeah. Maybe when I've watched all of the other television that I've obligated myself to watch, I'll go back for another look at it.
Yeah, I had actually been toying with the idea of getting into like Archer and the Flash because it's so.
You mean Arrow?
Arrow, yeah, Arrow. And the Flash because, you know, I've been told by many people that they're both good shows.
Right.
But then Kevin Smith said that the reason why those shows are so popular is because they they have lots of soap opera aspects to them about which character is sleeping with which character, et cetera, and that's not. That's one of the things that I hated so much about Smallville, is because I had to wade through all that nonsense to get to the stuff that I was interested in, and I don't want to do that again. So
after committing 10 years to Smallville, I don't blame you.
9
whatever.
of 10.
9 of 10, yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
I don't blame you for not wanting to
but
experience
it was.
that
I
again.
mean, in Clark Kent was petty and spiteful,
And that's
and
not Clark Kent.
not in fitting with the character. And yeah, it was a bunch of people really upset that someone else had lied to them for 10 seasons. Yeah. Yeah, and really indignant about it, even though that they often lied to other people themselves. So, yeah. So I don't want to get into that situation again. So, meh.
I have barely enough time to watch the TV that I'm supposed to watch, on top of the other stuff that's been recommended to me, to really want to invest anything into something that's only mediocre from a critical review standpoint.
Or something
Sure.
that you know to be terrible, but can't bring yourself to not tune to and then to not watch.
Yes.
Very true.
Right.
All right.
So yeah. Newsy news? Hey news?
Newsy news?
Newsy news?
News.
There were a couple things. I'm trying to see if I'm holding this. My little cord is.
I'm sorry you got the short
I
cord.
got the short cord this week.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
that's nice.
Look at that, folks. Burke is a gentleman. Sort of. We couldn't even say that with a straight face. I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
I couldn't listen to that with a straight face.
Couldn't even hear that. I was seeing some news that they are releasing or a little while ago, they released the cast of Suicide Squad.
Yeah, they've been
slowly doing that.
releasing it person by person.
The one, and I'm sure
Tom Hardy went away.
Yeah, I saw that. Tom Hardy went away. And
Yeah, he dropped out about a month ago.
No.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's out, and I saw that they made the choice to the Joker's going to be there,
Yeah.
which initially had me kind of cringing, but then when they said Jared Leto is playing him, they got me back.
Right.
Yeah.
That could be interesting.
And Margot Robbie's going to be Harley Quinn too.
I saw that. I saw Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn, Will Smith as Deadshot, and Jared Leto as the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Who and I forget who Tom Hardy was going to play.
Probably Bane.
No.
Was it not Bane?
No.
I honestly didn't know.
It was like the military guy that was kind of in charge of the whole deal.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I would have expected to just continue doing what he was
Doing that thing that he was doing in the last film of that type.
to continue throwing men out of airplanes.
I was waiting for it. I was like, I could feel a Bane impression coming. I was like, oh, just sit here and quietly wait for it to happen.
Perhaps you're wondering why it didn't happen sooner.
Yeah.
I'll stop.
I got nothing. I got nothing to add to that. I was going to say something about darkness. Just wouldn't work.
Nope.
Apparently not.
Rick Baines.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Moving on. The one other thing that I saw that caught my attention was, as Kids in the Hall fan, I'm pleased to see that they're going to be going on tour here soon.
Wow.
Yep. The whole group is reunited for the first time, and I think it said 7 or 8 years.
Was Dave Foley one of those?
He was.
That's what I thought. Okay.
And they will be doing tours in Canada, and so far the U.S. states they've released or the U.S. locations they released for May are New York, Durham, Orlando, and Minneapolis.
No Denver, huh?
Not at this point, but they are coming to more cities after May, and they just haven't released that information yet.
Oh,
So keep
right.
your fingers crossed, folks.
Well, Sam would be interested in that, so you should text him because he doesn't listen to the show.
I will do that. That's what I had.
Okay, Brick, you have any newsy news?
No.
No?
Nope.
You always have newsy news.
No, I don't.
You have stuff
I don't have any
to say
stuff.
and stuff.
I don't have stuff and things.
Stuff and junk and stuff.
Stuff and junk and crap.
All right. Well,
Stop talking
I don't-
about stuff.
I don't know if anybody else took advantage of the Pi Day special for Xbox Music.
Ooh,
but it
we
was
did.
amazing. I bought 2 years.
What was it? $3.14 or something?
No, it was
$31.
$31.40, but still down from $100 a year. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
That's
So I bought 2 years of it because I actually let my membership expire for a couple months waiting for a better deal because I hadn't paid full price for Xbox Music yet,
Right.
and I really didn't want to.
Didn't want to start. Sure.
I was like, can I survive without it for 2 months? Waiting. Well, I mean, I don't know. I didn't know at that point that I would be
Right.
2 whole months, but can I survive without it to get a better deal?
And the answer.
And I'm glad I did because
is
Sam showed us that Pi Day special, and I went in really late in the day because I was busy and I almost missed it. But yeah, I was really happy about that. Got 2 years. So as of today, is either today or yesterday, the OneDrive integration with Xbox Music happened.
Oh, really?
So now you can upload a bunch of your music. Now, people like you and I will.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to be able to use OneDrive for all their music.
No, probably not.
Whatever do you mean
If-
by people like you and I?
Well,
People whose digital music collection surpasses the 400 gigabyte mark.
yeah. And mine doesn't even get close to Will's, but mine is more than you can get on on OneDrive. OneDrive will give you 20 gigs for free. If you're an Xbox Music subscriber, you get an extra 100 gig for free. So 120 gigs of backup space is awesome. However, I tried to load mine over there, kind of wincing, see when it would cut off, and I have 189 gigs of music. So I'd have to be selective about what I put on there, but I really don't need it because Xbox Music through my phone already accesses everything in my collection that Microsoft has license rights to. You just go to collection and you can play most of it. Not a huge deal. And the Xbox One integration isn't recognized by Android and iOS devices yet anyway.
Okay.
But you can access all of that through your Xbox One and your Xbox 360.
Cool.
So kind of cool.
Sweet.
So
Yep, we've used it for maybe a couple hours, and so I've not had a chance to delve into the nitty gritty of it. But we definitely took advantage of it.
the Xbox One app for both systems is actually really nice. I think it's great, especially now on the Xbox One version. It's really cool because if they also have rights to the music video, it'll just play the music video.
Which I did see, which was cool.
When you have artist radio on. So for things that has videos, it'll just play the video. If not, you get the slideshow of pictures of the band, stuff like that. So
I always liked the old versions, the Zune Music Pass. I always liked the Zune music visualization, I guess is the key for when it was on the laptop.
yeah,
Because it would pull up some really great photos, but also do some kind of neat graphical treatments of those photos. So I always thought that experience was nicer than just...
and
the
Xbox Music on Xbox One does pretty much the same thing.
Sweet.
So, and on 360, I believe.
Sweet.
So
I
yeah,
like it.
it's Xbox Music is the newest version of Zune.
Sure.
And if you still have a Zune,
I don't.
The
I'm
Xbox
sad.
Music Pass does still work for
He
the Zune.
he is still mourning the loss of his Zune.
I loved my Zune dearly.
I'm so glad I found my Zune again. Made me happy.
My Zune died a horrible, violent death one day when I plugged it into charge.
True story.
There was a loud crack, a loud pop, a faint whiff of acrid smoke.
There was
the
thunder.
Zune,
There was lightning.
and the Zune was
Very,
no
very
more.
frightening.
Oh, lo siento, mijo.
I think your house was just putting it out of its misery.
My Zune made it through 3 combat zones,
And in the whiff,
which is slightly better than what my iPod has done.
right in the whiff of smoke, it said, "Buy an iPod."
I've had an iPod. I have had an iPod since 2005. I have one of the OG click wheel ones.
Yeah.
4 buttons up top.
Not that OG.
I know which one.
The
you're talking
Zunes
about,
were-
yes, but still.
The Zunes were definitely better.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially the Zune HD being all metal and like brushed aluminum and glass.
They were better.
Yeah.
And that's why they're still making them to this day.
Right.
I still have
Hey,
the.
people don't always adopt the better format.
That's right.
Everybody chose VHS over beta.
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah. Because that's where the porn was.
True.
Well, you got to go with the porn.
Same thing with Blu-ray.
Yeah, but Blu-ray was actually better than HD DVD. Could hold more.
Yeah, but I mean, after a certain point, it doesn't really matter.
But it was
Yeah.
still the better format.
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no information on this. Also, you'd have a hard time catching me caring.
I'm getting that sense.
Let's see, what else? I think that was about it for Xbox Music. NPDs came out. PS4 went out over Xbox One again, as they usually do. Xbox One was up in sales 84% month over, or 83% month over month. So the return to the $349 price point did them a lot of good. Wasn't enough to get them past Sony at this point, but it's like, yeah, it's good stuff. I saw that somebody was selling the base model for $300, which was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, because the $349 one is the one without Connect, and there was a $300 one without Connect. Like, oh, that's getting closer and closer. I think at some point I'd like to have one in my room, and the one in my room I don't need a Connect camera for. I mean, I could use it. I could yell at my TV from bed, but I really don't need to. And it comes in handy downstairs in the living room, because I can be walking through the kitchen and say Xbox on, Xbox go to Netflix, or Xbox go to Plex, or whatever.
Sure.
And it's good whenever I'm doing other things to be able to yell at my Xbox and tell it what to do.
Such as when your hands are greasy from cooking or something like that.
Exactly.
Your Xbox seems to listen to you a little bit more than ours does.
I wonder why that is.
I think ours is selective when it comes to hearing.
Huh. Yeah, mine actually is really, really good.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it, and I've marveled at how well your Xbox seems to respond to your voice when ours it's kind of a crap shoot as to
See,
whether or not we're going to get that done.
Really?
Yeah.
I like to think that it really just comes down to the natural tone and pitch of our voices. Perhaps if we were slightly higher in register,
Slightly less bass and baritone.
I don't know.
one of those things.
Trying to think. Yeah, you guys might need to reset your Xbox and re-update it from scratch.
Yeah, 'cause mine works fine too.
It takes 5 minutes.
I know.
Mine works like Jeff's.
Yeah. Through
Perhaps.
updates. Yeah, give it a shot.
Unplug it for a little bit. Plug it back in.
Nintendo made a vague announcement. They said we're bringing the NX It is new hardware with a brand new concept, but they really didn't distinguish whether it was going to be a console or a handheld.
I heard that they were getting into mobile games.
I don't know. Lou cares about Nintendo, but I don't know. Do you guys?
Nintendo.
Do you? In what sense?
In the sense that I play a fraction of their games.
Well, I could say that I play a fraction of their games too.
Well, like, you know, I'm interested in the ones that are exclusive to the company,
Oh, okay.
but everything else I don't care about.
Yeah, I don't.
So I don't think I've played a Nintendo game or system since I downloaded Duck Hunt for my Android cell phone 5 years ago.
Okay.
Does that lose something when you don't have the?
Yes.
Okay,
It loses quite a bit.
I'm sure it would. I would
And
think.
you still can't shoot the damn dog. But yeah, I don't think I've never had that one exactly.
Yeah.
I've never had my hands on a Wii. How do I?
You didn't play it at the store?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I've never had my hands on a Wii. I've definitely never had my hands on a Wii U
Yeah,
because
I
that
haven't either.
entire concept just sounds silly to me. But I don't know.
Who knows? Right.
So.
We're not really Nintendo people, so
Yeah. I mean, more power to them for longevity and stick it to itness. But
sure.
yeah, I think the Wii U was a noble experiment. I just don't think it did anything for them.
I'd still, and we've said this probably 24 times on the show over the years. I wish they'd just go into making software and stop making hardware. Make
Yeah, I
games
would
for the
too.
other systems.
Yeah, if they would
And
just
make
release their
games-
license like Sega did,
Yeah,
and then I
make
could
games
get
for
Mario
phones.
Kart on my Xbox,
Mhm.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Oh, and people would buy that too.
Oh,
Absolutely. People-
Especially, I mean,
scoff
even
that
if they
up.
want to tweak it and go, all right, let's do Mario Kart with some Kinect functionality. Where you're screaming like launch red turtles or some shit like that.
And like have some exclusivity to it. So
Mhm.
like have, like on Xbox have, Master Chief or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Have on PS4 have like Kratos.
Oh, yeah.
some of the drivers.
Yeah.
that would be great.
Master Chief running around like on a flood themed little cart.
Warthog.
Who was Xbox's
all kinds of options.
critter for a bit? Crash Bandicoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Crash, and who was?
Sony's was Spyro for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or
You were a big
I was a
Spyro
big
fan.
Spyro fan
Or-
for a while.
Jack and or Daxter.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the first one, I could care less about anything that came after that.
Yeah,
but
Jack 3. No one cares about Jack 3.
no one cares about Jack 2.
Yeah. Well, a little bit of people care about Jack 2 because it's carryover from 1. But by the time you get to 3, no one cares about Jack 3.
Yeah, it's true.
No, who was the foul-mouthed bear from Rare? Was it a bear?
I don't know.
Do you
I'm not
remember? Oh, Conker?
Oh,
no, Conker was a squirrel.
yeah.
Conquer was a
yes,
squirrel.
Conquer
yeah.
was a squirrel.
Bad Fur Day. Yeah.
Bad Fur Day.
Bad Fur Day.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be another one.
Yeah, I believe I actually played that at the store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun for all.
Yes.
Yep.
Good times.
But yeah.
Hey, do you have your Grabbed by the Ghoulies in that stack over there?
No.
Did you ever play it?
I believe I played it at the store. I never owned it.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just curious because you have quite the rogues gallery of original Xbox games over
Of
there.
OG Xbox games over
Yeah.
there. Yes. It's been making me happy.
Good. I think that's. Oh, there was one other little bit. Battlefield Hardline came out this week, and the Xbox version one was immediately hit with a denial of service attack.
Fantastic.
So people are having a hard time playing
That
the game.
sucks.
And that's the one where you can play as cops or robbers, correct?
Yeah, I mean, like when they were demonstrating it at E3, it looked really cool, and I was super excited for it. And now it has a bunch of problems. And it
Yeah.
makes me not so excited for it.
Right, but that can,
Wait.
could be possibly
Wait,
fixed.
a major release title that's got major issues?
Well, I think its major issues are because of this denial of service attack, like a hack attack.
Yeah, but
Sure, as long as
stupid
that's what it
hackers.
is, it's
but
fine.
It's beta. Like when it came out, they had to way push back the release date of it.
Oh, see, I didn't know about that.
People started playing the beta, and it was terrible.
Hmm.
It had all kinds of bugs, and they just were not prepared. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're not prepared again.
You know, people said that Battlefield 4 had problems, but I didn't have any problems with Battlefield 4.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
I never tried it.
it's good. All right, you guys have anything else you want to talk about for news?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Well, this show absolutely not brought to you by a boxed water,
Or
because boxed water is better according to the container.
I can't get behind that.
you just don't believe it.
It's good water.
Not buying into it.
Oh, it's
You're lying.
also not brought to you by Leinenkugel's Ginger Shandy.
I can totally get behind that because Leinenkugel's is awesome, but boxed water just seems like a gimmick.
But think about how much easier it would be for Jesus to show up at your cheap parties to turn boxed water into boxed wine.
Women love them some boxed wine, by the way. I don't know why that is.
I don't know either. It's one of those things.
I've slapped the bag a couple of times in my day.
I believe that about you. I also believe that you've consumed boxed wine before.
Maybe even some MD 2020.
Oh, yeah. Well,
It
Mad
comes in
Dog.
so many colors.
Oh, yeah. Taste the rainbow.
Yeah, well, Mad Dog.
Twice.
What's
at
going
night,
down?
once the next
What's
morning.
coming up?
Absolutely. Yeah. You know why? It's because you can easily put those into any Gatorade bottle and nobody is the wiser, except for the fact that you are continually drunker the
Right.
more Gatorade you drink.
Right.
Boy, these just really are rehydrating me like they're supposed to. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess the last little bit, and we put a link to this on our Facebook page. If you want to know what's arriving on Netflix for April, and want to see what's going away for April,
A lot of things going on.
a lot of things going away, like all of the Friday the 13th movies and all the Karate Kid movies.
Ugh.
So,
I'm okay with that.
yeah, the
I know what I'm watching next week.
season 1 of *Halt and Catch* season 1 of *Halt and Catch Fire* is arriving on April 8th.
Oh, good.
So that'll be good. That's a good show.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
Yep.
I'm excited for it to come back.
And then the entire first season of *Daredevil* will be out on the 10th.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm more excited than I
I-
was after I saw the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. All right. Let's get into the weekly Whatchas.
Hooray. Let's do this thing.
Will, what you listening to?
Let's see. Highlights this week have been stuff and some other stuff.
Wow, that was loud.
Yeah. Good can over there.
It's a great can.
Let's see. Highlights for the past couple days here have been some Fiona Apple, the title album in particular, some Lana Del Rey, some Leinenkugel's Big Sandy. No, I haven't been listening to that. What's that say?
A shandy style beer inspired by our Prohibition era ginger ale.
Oh, nice.
That's very specific.
It
It's
is.
lovely.
Indeed. Today I found myself listening to the Daft Punk Tron Legacy album.
Jordan loves that album.
It is pretty fantastic. And also the Daft Punk Tron Legacy remixed album.
He also enjoys that.
Also a solid listen. And that's about it, other than some Pandora, some Shuffle All. Hopefully I'll get some Xbox music in over the next couple of days. I'll be able to share those
artist
experiences.
radio is really good.
Nice.
You'll be impressed at the difference between Pandora and that.
Nice. I'm excited. Looking forward to it.
Super cool. I've
Yeah.
almost got my voice back. It's
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, I
coming.
noticed that earlier.
Well,
It
you
comes
know-
and goes.
You know, it's a great remedy for a sore throat.
What?
Beer.
I think so. Last night, the good remedy for my sore throat was tequila.
Well,
Even better.
Tequila's different. I feel like
It's got agave in it. Agave is known for its healing powers.
Sure.
tequila.
It's water
Tequila is
alive.
great for a sore throat because you just you drink enough of it, you're not going to feel anything.
Oh, I didn't drink that much. I only drank one little bit of it,
Oh.
little tiny bit.
I'm excited that I'll be able to have tequila again in 3 days. I've been on the antibios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to solve that riddle.
Yeah.
And we are greeted with blank looks.
Yeah.
I probably should have been on antibiotics
Probably.
because this was probably strep,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I've probably done some irreparable damage to my throat and chest by coughing for 2 straight weeks.
Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah.
that's great.
So, Erin, take it away. What you been listening to?
Independently of this gentleman here, I have also been listening to Fiona Apple's Title and Lana Del Rey, actually.
How?
Yes. I also have been actually listening to a fair amount of Marilyn Manson. So he's got a new album, and his return to the music scene in 2012 was happily greeted by some of us. So,
True story.
yeah.
Cool.
Those have been the big listens for me. And I've also been listening to
He was on Sons of Anarchy.
oh, was he really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. His character did things.
And stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's the head of a neo-Nazi gang
Yeah.
in prison.
Yep.
Nice.
Butts.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy.
He
I'm
seems
also
like
pleased that when he showed up on MTV Cribs, he took the opportunity to say, "Hi, I'm Marilyn Manson. Welcome to my Maryland mansion."
Right.
I missed that.
Fantastic. Good for him.
I like him a little bit better now.
Yeah, as you should, sir.
Yeah.
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 So, yeah.
Over to you, Brick.
Oh, Freakonomics Radio. That was it for this
Wow.
week. I just listened to a lot of Freakonomics Radio.
No Foo Fighters?
No, I did enough.
Okay.
Are you all food up at the moment?
I'm a little food up. But yeah. I'm gonna listen to some music. I bought a few albums this week. I just haven't had a chance to
Nice.
get into them yet. So,
I think your collection's probably surpassed mine now.
how many do you have?
Vinyl. I don't know, probably 70 or 80.
I think I'm
Wow.
close to you, but not quite there because I think I'm just under 70. So.
Cool.
Right on.
All right, and I've been listening to some Common Sense with Dan Carlin, and then I also listened to let's see, Fat Man on Batman. They are doing a commentary track for the pilot to Gotham,
Oh.
and
That
they don't hate it and they don't love it.
That's how I felt. And then I watched the second episode and I was like, yeah, well, no.
They don't really, and well, they're doing the commentary for episode 1, but they were both about 5 or 6 episodes in whenever they started doing it. So, yeah, they definitely have mixed things. They love the little kid that plays Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And they like, who else did they like? Oh, they like the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
But pretty much everybody else is getting mediocre reviews from them, except for Jada Pinkett Smith,
Mhm.
and they don't like the choices that she's made for that character.
Is she Selena Kyle?
No, she's a created character for the series.
Yeah, Selena Kyle is a teenage girl on the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like a crime boss that the Penguin works for,
Mm-hmm.
and she's very over the top and like ridiculously sinister.
Okay.
without actually being able to pull it off.
Right.
Okay.
And I believe we discussed this on an earlier episode. Was
Yeah.
that it's
Angela
not
Bassett.
that Angela Bassett would have been the choice for that.
It was so funny. They were talking about how they didn't really like Donald Logue's portrayal of it's his partner. Starts with a B.
I should
Bullock?
know this, and I
Bullock.
don't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Bullock.
Harvey Bullock.
No.
Yeah.
Harvey Bullock. Yeah, that's right. That's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. And Kevin Smith got really excited over the idea of Idris Elba playing Harvey Bullock.
Wow, that would be nice.
Yeah, because
I get excited about the idea of Idris Elba playing anything.
and that's what he was saying. He was like, he could play all the other characters in the show. It's like I'd even get excited about him making out with himself. But then they started doing this little impression back and forth of Luis Guzman as Bullock, and how much better that would have been.
Wow.
Yeah.
Than Donald Logue. So, and they talked about all the stuff he was in, but they never mentioned that he was in Sons of Anarchy, which I thought was weird. They even brought up that he was in Terriers, which I agree. I agreed with them. It was a pretty good show, but it only ran one season on FX. And they're like, "Oh no, it was a good show, so of course they're not going to keep it on FX." I'm like, wait. What about American Horror Story and Justified and
The Shield.
Yeah.
Rescue Me.
Shield and the Shield was okay, and Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, but Sons of Anarchy is in the same boat as The Shield.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, because they're both good shows and in parts.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, I was entertained by that. They talked for probably half an hour, 45 minutes before they started the movie. Came up with some really neat ideas. Like, well, this is what they should have done with Gotham. And one of those ideas was, doing something completely different and having the Waynes still alive for like 4 or 5 episodes.
Oh yeah.
Like before they got killed, instead of getting killed at the beginning of every Batman origin, they always kill the Waynes.
Right.
It's like, well, why don't you see a little bit of their relationship they had with their child before that gets you a little bit more connected to the character.
Sure.
Because it's never been done before. And one of their other things was if young Bruce like had hallucinations or whatever of his parents, as a child, and having them demanding justice and whatnot, and it driving him a little
bonkers,
a little crazy,
a little batty. Yeah, I had to.
But their idea, and I thought it was brilliant, is have Jim Gordon thwart like an assassination attempt in the first one, and then like 3 or 4 episodes later, they actually get killed, and like him have a relationship with the Waynes, and then Bruce then blames him for not saving them the second time, and then there's a tenuous relationship between like Alfred and the kid, because Alfred's been saddled with this responsibility, and then the relationship with Jim Gordon, and maybe Jim Gordon like having been more involved with Bruce growing up,
Okay.
and then like have that tension there between Jim Gordon, how he would want like Bruce to be taken care of, and how Alfred's taken care of him, and all this kind of stuff. And I thought it was an interesting idea, an interesting take on it, a different view of the characters than you have seen in the past.
Sure.
Yeah. So that was it. Those two things. But they're long episodes, so cool.
Nice.
Yep. Let's get into what you're watching. Willem.
I think since last we spoke, I've managed to watch one episode of Sci-Fi's Face Off. So not the terrible movie with Nicolas Cage.
Not like in the movie.
Not like in the movie either. No, they don't remove no faces, but rather the makeup FX competition. It's on its 8th season, I think.
I think so.
So, yeah, a couple episodes of that. I think we.
Do they do the fabricated drama in that one?
No, the contestants seem to bring enough drama on their own. But the running theme for this season has been there's no crying in Face Off. And there's a lot of crying in Face Off.
When they start to run out of like ideas for the show, they should bring on like either Travolta or Nick Cage as a judge.
Just to do it.
Not that they know anything about makeup,
right?
But they have experience with offing of faces,
right? That could work.
They've worn makeup
once or twice.
Yeah.
Travolta may be a little bit more off screen than Cage, but
yeah.
Mr. Face Toucher, God, he's so creepy now.
That was, while we're on that subject, that was one of the most awkward things I've ever seen happen.
Like,
wow.
Just stop touching her face, man.
Just stop touching her face.
You saw Travolta touching Idina Menzel's face.
No, I heard
he was touching that face a lot.
He was touching Idina and Scarlett Johansson.
Oh yeah, but that was like red carpet, so it wasn't the show, and so I didn't see that until the next day. But
that was, if possible, even creepier than the face touching with Idina Menzel.
Yeah, but see, the thing with the Idina Menzel, it could have been a funny bit because of how he butchered her name.
Yeah,
the previous year, that was a good idea. And it was ruined by the creepy uncle that is John Travolta.
It really was. They did have a great opportunity for a funny thing, and it just got weird.
I mean, like, there's only... It couldn't have been any worse if Joe Biden was presenting with Idina Menzel.
Wow.
Touch.
But anyway.
Don't touch.
Now, to be fair, Scarlett Johansson did come out and say that the one photo that kind of generated all that furor, which is a creepy photo, in which she looks absolutely non-thrilled to be touched in this manner by this person. There's actually if you actually look for the clip of him walking past her, you realize that she's momentarily caught off guard, but realizes it's John Travolta and realizes, they have a very friendly exchange.
It was just the perfect photo.
It was just the perfect photo at the perfect time. But of course,
it's no excuse for face touching.
No, I'm not trying to excuse that one. I'm just saying that in defense of all situations, there was more behind.
Touched my own face that much. I'm pretty sure that's never happened.
But you don't shave.
Yeah, but even when I did,
not touching the face that much.
Not that much.
Wow.
I mean, wow.
I mean, that must be a lot of face touching.
I mean, because like when you're shaving, there's a razor on your face, not fingers. I don't touch my face as much all the time.
You're not putting fingers up your own nostrils and going for your eyeballs and rubbing the hair. This is some good radio.
Okay.
For those of you at home, using the imagination game. Miss Cusi.
Anyway, you were.
Yes.
We were on. What you watching?
Sure. So Face Off.
Watching stuff.
Face Off equals Nick Cage equals Travolta. Back to Scarlett Johansson.
Kevin Bacon was in there someplace.
Back to Kevin Bacon,
Face Off.
and we're back. shit. Now I'm thinking of Kevin Bacon and Scarlett Johansson. Thank you very much. The 6 degrees of separation. Go.
You're welcome.
Ready? Go. No go.
No go.
Footloose.
Oh,
Okay.
Footloose.
It's always
it always
Footloose.
comes back to Footloose. Okay, wait. Okay, we can do this.
Scarlett Johansson and
Where are my Savantage skills from?
I know. It's why I'm looking to you.
okay.
She's in a movie with Joaquin Phoenix, and Joaquin
Okay.
Phoenix was in a movie with what's her name, who was in Wild.
No.
And she was in a movie with Kevin Bacon at some point.
Okay. I would say, let's see. I would say Kevin Bacon, Rona Mitra,
Yeah.
from The Invisible Man or
Hollow Man.
Hollow Man.
Yeah.
Rona Mitra with like pretty much anybody that was in Shooter, like Mark Wahlberg. And there was another.
But Mark Wahlberg's good enough.
Mark Wahlberg's good enough.
Mark Wahlberg was in a movie with somebody from the Avengers.
Yeah.
At some point, he had to have been. How's that not a thing? He was in a movie with Samuel L.
How
Jackson.
are the four of us failing this badly on this? This is amazing.
Really 3,
Okay.
because I have no
What
skills.
about
Wait, he was in a movie. He was in a
The
movie.
Three Kings?
Yeah. Yeah. Clooney.
Yeah. And Ice Cube?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Where was Clooney? Clooney. Where was Clooney?
This is terrible. This is bad. I'm glad I started it. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong.
Is there
No,
is
no,
there
no,
a Scarlett Johansson Bruce Willis connection?
Wait. David O. Russell directed Three Kings,
Yeah.
and he also directed Silver Linings Playbook, which was Bradley Cooper
And Jennifer Lawrence.
and Jennifer Lawrence
And Robert De Niro.
and Robert De Niro.
We had
There's
Robert
got to
De
be
Niro on that
something
one.
there. And American Hustle, which was Christian Bale and Amy Adams,
Right.
Bradley Cooper,
And then there's the
there's got to be.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Where's the Sam Jackson connection?
Um,
Because if we've got the Sam Jackson connection, we've got it.
okay.
We need to connect.
Wait,
Ice Cube and Samuel L. Jackson have not been
The
in
Avengers?
a movie together.
Loki. Who was the guy that played Loki?
Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston, yeah.
Tom Hiddleston. Okay, if we can.
Um,
I was going somewhere with that. Hang on.
Let me know when you all are ready for the Oracle of Bacon answer.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
did we hit any of the right
No.
marks?
What is it?
Wait.
So, according to oracleofbacon.org,
Okay.
which is a thing, which
Well,
is
obviously it is.
Sure.
awesome. According to this, Scarlett Johansson has a bacon
Schmittler knows.
factor of 2.
Two.
Of 2. Scarlett Johansson to The Man Who Wasn't There 2001 with Billy Bob Thornton to Jane Mansfield's Car 2012 to Kevin Bacon.
Wow.
Wow.
Billy Bob Thornton. I wouldn't have gone that direction.
No, we were going way out there, man.
What was the Avengers
I
connection
was-
we decided was there again?
I was-
Jackson. It had to be Sam Jackson.
Well, I was trying to get to Bill Murray.
Right, because of the lost.
Well,
translation.
because
Lost in
Scarlett
translation.
Johansson. No, never mind.
Damn
it.
Damn. No. No.
Crap.
See, and
I want to make my own connection.
I do too. That's why
Bill
I'm just...
Murray in Zombieland. He was in. That would have done like Emma Stone,
Woody
and
Harrelson,
Woody Harrelson,
Jesse
and,
Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg.
But where's the connection to Kevin Bacon?
Yeah.
That group. Woody Harrelson. Wait. I think I have it.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Let's hear it.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
ours work.
Okay. So Scarlett Johansson
Yeah.
to Lost in Translation with Bill Murray. Bill Murray was in Zombieland with Emma Stone. Emma Stone was in Crazy Stupid Love with Kevin Bacon.
Very well done, sir.
Well done, sir.
Nice.
Nice. That's 3. It's longer than that
Sure.
one, but that
is
still,
a good one. That is a very good
That's
one.
pretty good.
So it's respectable. So, yeah, Face Off. Erin, what else have you been watching?
I've been watching the show called Face Off. I don't know
Really?
if you guys have heard of it.
Tell us more.
Wait, is this
Is Nicolas Cage in this?
is in the movie?
Yeah,
movie?
wow.
You've been watching a little bit more than I have, though. So, what else have you added to your list?
Not by a whole lot.
I don't know whether to be disgusted or turned on.
Not by what Erin said. For those of you, for those of you listening
Those
at
of you
home,
listening at home, things just got vaguely awkward over here.
I had
So
just
then I'm not
shown.
going to let Brick sit next to my wife anymore. It's really weird.
I had just shown Brick a picture of the Krispy Kreme bacon hot dog donut with raspberry jam.
Oh,
And that's what inspired that statement.
I'm going to go throw up.
Does it clear it up if I turn it this way?
no, it makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
It makes it look
Definitely.
vaguely more genital.
I didn't know that there was raspberry filling in there. That tips the scale in favor of disgusted.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it does.
Because I could get on board with a bacon donut, but the raspberry whatever
Yeah, the
filling
raspberry
that's
is-
too much.
That should not be a thing.
So Face Off.
Face Off. Also watching The Daily Show. I've also watched a little bit of Mythbusters.
I did too this week on both of those actually.
Oh, nice.
A little bit. Yeah. I mean,
Spoiler
all of the
alert.
Daily Show this week, but a little bit of Mythbusters. I caught it while I was passing out. So,
There you go. I also watched the last 25 minutes of the last 30 minutes of a horrible movie called The Contractor. I watched it
sounds
because
familiar.
it had Danny Trejo in it.
Oh, well, you need to clarify. It wasn't just a terrible movie.
it was Danny Trejo terrible.
No.
It was Danny Trejo on Lifetime.
On
Terrible.
Lifetime, terrible.
Oh yeah. Yes. Where can I watch this movie now?
You know,
Can I pay for it?
You will pay for it.
No,
It will haunt your waking dreams.
Let's add the rest of this to
as
the
John
story.
Goodman said,
Okay,
in,
I'm ready.
In Red State, in dollars or common sense.
I was, like I said, didn't watch the whole thing, trying to watch the last 30 minutes of it. This guy, for those of you sitting at home, I am pointing to my husband. This guy, the guy who 2 weeks ago said, yeah, I was watching Sharknado. The guy who just, Brick
True
actually
story.
said, your wife needs to give you a babysitter when you leave the house because you watch so much crap. Came in and started saying, I can't believe you're watching this. Oh my God. Every disapproving statement he could send my way was coming out of his mouth. And then when I finally told him
Where
to
did you
shut
get off?
his pie hole, he started making these
His
loud
cry hole.
disapproving sniffs that were, if nothing else, more distracting than the actual derogatory statements. So that shit actually happened.
Where do you get off thumbing your nose at this one decision that your wife has made?
I draw the line at Lifetime movies.
He says condescendingly.
That's right, kids. Even I have some standards. My standards are Lifetime movies.
Yeah, your standards are Lifetime movies.
Right?
So that's my story for what I've been watching.
Love you.
Love you too, baby.
So we're adorable.
All right.
Geoff says with a tone that he's vaguely nauseous.
I
Cat.
Get him.
I have
What's
been
your whole plan? Get him?
continuing a rewatch of The Wire this week. And back off, Chief.
The cat has joined us on the couch.
Again.
And I have continued my rewatch of Buffy. And I also watched the newest episode of The Walking Dead, which was really good. I like this season a lot.
Yeah.
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 It's solid.
It seems like they changed their production values some from what they've done in the past a little bit. I haven't watched in a long time.
I think
Keep in mind, I haven't watched in a long time.
Yeah, they seem to have been given more and more money as this season goes or series goes on.
Well, it's getting more and more successful as the series goes on, so that definitely makes sense. I also watched the new episode of Better Call Saul, which was
Sweet.
so good. I love that
pretty
show.
Good. Yep.
Mike doing a little bit of work for Saul.
Yeah.
But that's not the end of it. It can't be. It cannot be the end of Mike in the show.
Mm-mm.
And then I had to have watched Comic Book Men, but I can't remember what happened.
I still haven't even watched last week's episode of the
So I did do that, but I do not recall. Yes, I do. Billy D. Williams came into the store.
Billy D.
Nice.
Yeah, and him and Walt played a game of Go Fish for the giant Millennium Falcon.
That's fantastic.
It was awesome. It was the most intense game of Go Fish I've ever seen in my life.
For the giant Millennium Falcon?
Yeah, they had this giant Millennium Falcon that's like bigger than this table
Oh.
that they were selling for like $1,500.
Oh,
and Billy D.
yeah.
Williams was going to get it for his grandson, and he wanted it for $500, and Walt wanted the $1,500, and so they, like Han and Lando did, played a card game for the Millennium Falcon. And it was awesome.
Who won?
Who won? Yeah.
Lando.
Okay.
Billy D totally did. I mean, it wasn't even close, really.
Excellent.
But yeah, that was a good episode. And then I watched a couple of new series that I've kind of gotten into.
Okay.
One of them is American Crime. It's on
I've heard something, some good things about that.
yeah, it's pretty good. I think I'm going to keep going with it.
Cool.
I like it. And then the other one is iZombie.
How is that?
It's decent, but because I saw like an advertisement for it when I was watching The Walking Dead, I think, and I was like, "Oh, that looks really cool," and I'd read the comic book prior to it as well, and then I saw at the end of it that it was on the CW, and I was like, "Oh, damn it!" But I watched it anyway, in spite of the CW, and it was pretty decent. I think
What's the premise?
the premise is that this girl who's a like pre-med or a doctor at I think she's in a residency at this hospital, and she goes on a boat and it gets attacked by zombies and she turns into a zombie, but she's like a coherent one, and so how she maintains her zombie persona is she gets a job at a morgue and eats brains that way.
Nom nom.
But when she eats brains, she gets visions of the people that were murdered or dead or something like that.
Okay.
So she helps the police solve these murders.
Actually, that's kind of funny.
And I thought it was a really cool concept. And so that's why I started reading the book.
It's on the CW?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was pretty decent. So
Cool.
I'm definitely going to keep going with that.
Right on.
So, yeah. But that's it for me.
All right. Well, I watched Justified, and it's getting towards the end of the series, not just the season, but the series.
Correct.
I need to watch.
I'm enjoying it.
I haven't seen like the past 3 episodes.
This last episode was had a lot of that dialogue that I really love from Justified.
Was it between Raylan and Boyd?
It was from between different people, but Raylan and Boyd also had a really good little back and forth, and it was it was pretty awesome. I wish I could quote it to you now, but it's
it's okay. I'll see.
It's pretty great.
I'll see it in due time.
And then I also watched Better Call Saul, and I watched Vikings. Still loving Vikings. It's a great show. And then I watched Archer, American Dad and Family Guy, and Madam Secretary. And I forgot to mention this last week, but Bates Motel is back.
I saw that.
Yeah, it's on a different channel though now.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. It used to be on NBC, and it's on.
I thought it was always on A&E.
No, it was originally, at least, it was on NBC. I don't know
I
when
did
they
not know that.
switched, but
I didn't know that either. I thought it.
but that was like when because I remember it specifically because it was at the same time that they were coming out with Hannibal, and I was like, really? And I think they had Rosemary's Baby coming out at the same time. I was like, you're just gonna.
The Rosemary's Baby was a miniseries though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
But
was
it was
series
just it was this pattern of NBC coming out with these TV shows based on old horror movies.
Right.
So I remember it specifically starting at least on NBC.
So it's good. I like Vera Farmiga or whatever her name is.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah, that one. She's good.
And it looked like this season they were going to go a little bit more into Norman transitioning.
Oh yeah,
into
that was the season finale last year of season 2. The first time where he kind of
fractures
a little bit, yeah. And the mother persona like shows up briefly. You don't see it yet in this season, but yeah, that boy ain't right.
Nice.
Yeah. And I think that's it for all I've watched. I did watch a movie. What did I watch? Oh, I watched Mockingbird Part 1. Mockingjay Part 1. Whatever.
Did you like it?
Yeah. I haven't been really excited about any of the Hunger Games movies, but it was okay, yeah.
I never read any of the books, so I've enjoyed the movies a lot more than my friends who have read the books.
Yeah, I haven't read the books either. Because, as we all know, I can't read.
Correct.
I think that was all I watched this last week. Yeah, good. Let's get into what you're playing. Wilhelm.
A little bit of Destiny.
It's true. I seen it.
A little bit of Destiny. A little bit of Destiny with you. A little bit of Destiny with some others. So it was good. It was a good night. Some Rayman Legends. Still holding.
I saw that too.
Saw that too. I'm good. A little Shadow of Mordor.
Continuing to go well.
Still enjoying it. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's
Glad to
fun
hear it.
assassinating the orcs. So it's good times. What else? That's about it. I think not a whole lot. So
the arcade games.
You've been rocking the arcade games. Mostly.
Yes.
I've been watching.
True.
What have you been playing since it's your turn?
Hey, Erin, have you been playing arcade games?
I have, in fact, been playing arcade games. Rayman Legends. Been kind of rocking a lot of the free arcade games that came up at some point. I didn't really get around to. I've been playing that one and enjoying that. It's a fun platformer game. Been playing Limbo, which we've had for a while, and I never got to a side-scrolling survival horror platformer, I think would be a fair way to describe it.
Okay.
Very odd. For those
the cat
of you
made
at
a
home.
noise. We all looked at her and him, her, and then she looked back at us. Like, what are you looking at?
Okay. That happened. And yeah, it's all gray tones, black and white, kind of, silent, not a lot of background music. So it's definitely an interesting experience. It's not anything I can play for a real long period of time.
What's the name of that free game we got that's a side scroller with zombies? It was one of the free games. It's been like 4 or 5 months back.
I don't remember.
Super Time Force?
No. It has a dark and sinister name.
Is it black and white?
Nope.
Is it on the one?
Yes. It's one of the games with gold.
recent games with gold have been Guacamelee, Crimson Dragon,
I think it was after Guacamelee.
the Chariot game, IDARB, hashtag IDARB or whatever it is that I didn't pick up.
That was last month.
Limbo was given to us as a free token for being early adopters. That's kind of...
I don't think I have Limbo. I'll have to look.
Yeah, I don't.
I'll have to look
Not
and,
sure.
and get back to you because it's actually pretty enjoyable.
Nice.
It's a out of this world style side scroller.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Been that one and the other one. There's one more in there.
I may have lied. I may have been on the 360.
Oh, yes, Max, The Curse of Brotherhood.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. Been playing with that one. That one's also an entertaining platformer that we picked up for free. So those are really the only three I've been playing.
Okay. Cool. Mr. Brick?
I have been playing Blood Rain 2 for the original Xbox.
Nice.
I picked it up, and it's bloody goodness.
Bloody goodness. Excellent.
And I also have been playing GoldenEye for the N64.
Really?
And let me tell you, that is a transition.
Yeah.
I
Single
bet.
stick shooter.
from playing regular, modern shooters, going back to that.
Using a D-pad. Oh.
Well,
Wow.
because it's single stick
Yeah.
plus the
D-pad.
the D-pad for
Yeah.
yeah. But it's enjoyable, it's a little nostalgia. And then the original Super Mario Brothers, playing a little bit of that. I've been utilizing my retro games, and then I also stopped by your place of business.
You
and
did.
played-
I was cooking. I was on the saute station.
And then I played the Star Wars Battle Pod, which is really good, and you need to try that.
I will.
As soon as you get
I
a
will.
chance.
There are a lot of things out there that I want to play. I just want to spend some time going through and playing some. I figure I'll have my chance to do it because one of my blocks of training is 2 weeks of working with the techs, because we own all the games there at Dave and Buster's. We don't rent them, and so we have full-time techs that tend to the games, make sure they're all working how they should, so we don't have anybody having a bad play experience. So,
And me and Jordan played a lot of the other ones too, but that was the main ones.
yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, nice. That's it though.
That's it. All right. Well, I played some Destiny with Wilhelm. That's the only Destiny I played, actually. And I played a little bit of Dying Light, I believe, this week. Finally, got to play some more.
Dying Light was featured for a little bit in iZombie.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like that game a lot. A lot. I just haven't had enough time to play. I'd like to play multiplayer because apparently that's the most fun. But nobody else I know locally has it. So
I might get it. I'm not opposed to Dying Light. I'm just
if you see it cheap, then I would say pick it up.
Yeah, if I see it at a discount, I'll definitely pick it up.
Yeah, and if there were two people who were no longer having to put aside money for an expensive vacation, they also could perhaps get the Dying Light. Just
If I find those people, I will let them know.
We'll talk to him for sure.
we were supposed to pay for our stuff today.
I already did.
Did you?
Yeah, when I
Excellent.
saw Jordan yesterday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
All right.
I covered. Why am I did it.
All right.
That's some good radio, folks.
That is
That is
good
entertainment
radio
right
right there.
Yep. But that's it. I'm not even sure that I've played any trivia track from the last game, because I saw that some of my games have expired, meaning that I did not answer.
About 9 hours ago, our game expired. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I haven't had a lot of time for trivia crack.
It's almost like you've been doing stuff.
Yeah, weird
I've been doing the stuff.
stuff.
Stop that.
Stuff and junk.
Good work stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Also, stop talking like Duff McKagan.
I don't know who Duff Kagan is.
Everyone knows who Duff. No one knows.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
No. All right. Well, I think we're ready to wrap it up for the week.
Yes, indeed. Episode 317
317 is
on
in the books.
318.
On 318.
Indeed.
Indeed. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, love you. Bye.
So, bye.